Good morning, leaders. I am Crystal Choi Salis. I'm from the group 2, and today, me and my group mates discussed you the lesson 5, which is the process of reproductions. So later on, we will discuss you step by steps how the process of reproductions work. So first thing first, we have here our objectives. So when you finish reading this chapter, you should be able to define fertilization, conception, and pregnancy. Second, explain how pregnancy occurs and its prevention, and identify the completion of early pregnancy of growing adolescents. So we have here prepared definition of terms, which is these words will be discussed later on for our discussion. So first is the ovulation. So what does ovulations means? Ovulation is the process of when a mature ovum is released from the ovary and travels to fallopian tubes for possible fertilization. So each month, one of the ovaries releases a matured egg. So this process is known as ovulation. So the egg is then released into the fallopian tubes, no? So second is what we call fertilization. So we know that fertilization it is the union of the sperms and the ovum. Okay? So third is the pregnancy. The process when the offspring develops when the mother's womb. No, it is the process when the offspring develops in the mother's womb. So before anything else, we have here prepared a short games which is called Four Peaks One World. You only have to do is to guess what the pictures like presented here. What is this pictures means? No. So okay, can anyone guess what these four pictures means? Okay, just take your time. Okay, yes, it is what we call pregnancy. Okay, let us begin our introduction. So, although human beings are fully sexually differentiate at birth, the difference between males and females are unaccentuated. So, this is when the reproductive system matures, secondary sexual characteristics develop, and the bodies of males and females appeared more distinctive. So female puberty usually begins at about 8 to 13 years of age. The reproduction of maturation of boys lags about 2 years behind that of girls. So the physical changes of female puberty includes breast develop, rounding of hips and buttocks, growth of the hair into the pubic region and the underarm, and it is the starting of what we call menstruation. So sinasabi dito na female usually begins his physical changes in the age of 8 to 13 years old, which makikita natin ang paglaki ng kanyang breast, no? Yung pag round ng kanyang hips, no? Nagkakaroon na siya ng shapes ng kanyang katawan, at pagtubo ng mga hair in the pubic region or sa mga kilikili or kung saan man, at nag-start na rin yung tinatawag nating menstruation.
Good day everyone, my name is Isa S. Mamalo and the topic of my presentation is how does pregnancy occur? So before we proceed to the finalization of our report, I would like to share another video so you can watch and know how does pregnancy occur steps by steps. watch the video, I will explain further. So, conception happens when sperm swims up through the vagina and fertilizes an egg in the fallopian tube. It happens in the hours or days after you have unprotected sex. After conception, the fertilized egg implants into the uterus and a pregnancy begins. So, how does pregnancy occur step by step? To become pregnant, the following steps must occur. Sperm transport. So the sperm must be deposited and transported to the site of fertilization. And the next one is egg transport. Ovulation must occur and egg must be picked up by the tube. Or tube rather. Fertilization and the embryo development union between the sperm and the egg must result. So, you're most fertile at the time of ovulation when an egg is released from your ovaries, which usually occurs 12 to 14 days before your next period starts. This is the time of the month when you're most likely to get pregnant. So, that's all. I hope you have learnings and thank you for watching and listening.
Hello leaders, let introduce you first myself. I'm Agapi speaking. Came from Barangay Kimato, Tiboli, South Cotabato, and currently living at San Antonio, Phase 1. And the question is how to prevent the pregnancy. First is condoms. Male condoms are ruled condoms that are only onto an erect penis to create form of contraception, a physical barrier preventing that protects against sexual fluids from passing most STIs as well as between people during sex preventing pregnancy. So, yung pangalawa is oral contraceptive pills. The oral contraceptive pills is the most commonly reported method of contraception used by Australian women. Number 3 is intrauterine device or IUD. The IUD can be an effective emergency contraception if fitted by a healthcare professional within 5 days of having unprotected sex. Number 4 is contraceptive implant. In this method, a small flexible rod is placed beneath the skin in a woman's upper arm, slowly releasing a form of hormone progesterone. This hormone stops the ovary releasing the egg, taking certain cervical match, making it difficulties for sperm to enter the womb. So, ito po yung four types of to prevent the pregnancy. And mostly is yung para maiwasan po natin yung pregnancy is you should educate yourself. You should always educate yourself the good ways to and you should know the good ways to prevent it. Always educate or about pregnancy start. You should find the better education you have how to sex and pregnancy work. The better you able will be to make decision regarding sex. So ito po 'yon, yung mga rason kung bakit nakakapag-sex tayo sa ibang tao is just because of the alcohol, drugs, and etc. And if you want to avoid or if you want to prevent pregnancy, you should think first. If you know the truth from the facts, you'll be much better able to protect yourself. So, para maiwasan po natin yung pregnancy, much better or for sure, 100% is yung abstinence or yung pag-iwas sa sex, yung 100% na paano natin ma-prevent yung pregnancy or early pregnancy.
Good day, everyone. Again, I am Crystal Joyce Alice from the group number 2. Now that we are done to how to prevent pregnancy, let's move on and talk about what are the health effects of early pregnancy in growing adolescent. So, ano ba yung mga health effects ng pagiging early pregnancy sa pagtanda ng isang babae kapag siya ay nabuntis ng maaga. So, Okay, let's start. There are serious health risks associated with early pregnancy because a young woman's body is not matured enough to handle bearing a child. So it is very risky for a woman to have a baby if it is her body is not enough mature, no, magdala o para magbuntis ng bata, no. So when a woman is under 20, the pelvic area, or what we call the bone surrounding from the birth canal of a woman, is still growing, no. So it is may not be large enough to allow the baby to easily pass through the birth canal. So kaya nga some of the teenage pregnancy, they usually go in a cesarean session because yung condition ng birth canal nila ay hindi pa enough na daluyan ng baby, no. So dapat magiging aware tayo sa mga magiging possible na mangyayari kapag tayo ay nagiging teenage pregnancy. Posibleng tayo ay go in a cesarean session kasi hindi pa ready yung body mo na maglabas, no, ng baby in a natural way, no. So obstructed labor is dangerous to both both mother and child, and requires the help of trained medical professionals. So obstructed labor is the failure of the fetus to descend through the birth canal, because this is an impossible barrier or obstruction or preventing in is descent. So ito yung tinatawag na parang cesarean section, no. Kasi mahihirapan yung isang babae kapag hindi pa enough mature yung kanyang katawan na maglabas ng baby, especially for the early pregnancy. So next, in addition, younger women who become pregnancy face a higher risk than older women in developing a number of other complications. So younger woman who become pregnant is very risky talaga compared to the older, o yung nang pwede na talaga na mag-anak, no. So para sa mga younger woman who become pregnant, they face excessive vomiting, severe anemia, hypertension, convulsions, difficulty in breastfeeding. So I have a friend who become a mother, even she is only below 18, no. So she experienced a difficulty in terms of breastfeeding because premature and low birth weight baby. So posible na magiging premature yung baby at magiging malnourished din yung baby. So infection, prolonged labor, and high maternal mortality or death. So delikado talaga na magiging buntis yung babae at the young age, no. It is very risky than the older woman. So okay, the risk of having serious complications during pregnancy or childbirth is much higher for girls in their early teens. For older women, the age of 20 to 30 years are the safest periods of women's life for childbearing. So the major differences between girls in their early teens and older women is that girls aged 12 to 16 years old are still growing. The pelvis or the bony birth canal of a girl can grow wider by as much as 20% between the time she begins menstruation and the time she is 16 years old. So risky talaga at hindi pa enough mature yung body ng isang babae kapag siya ay magiging teenage pregnancy. So the widening of the pelvis can make the crucial difference between a safe delivery and obstructed labor. So Okay, so it is ano talaga, important to it is very important for for the pregnant teens to receive proper obstetrical care, no, throughout this pregnancy, including like attending all scheduled appointment, and eating well, no. It is very important for a teenage pregnancy to have or to maintain her checkup, and also maintain she what she eats, no. Eating well talaga yung um magandang way para lumabas yung baby mo na safe, as long as safe kayong dalawa. So pregnant teen should also avoid smoking, which has been shown to lower birth weight and cause babies to born premature. So avoid smoking can help also the baby to have a magandang form, no, ng kanyang katawan, kahit siya ay nasa loob pa lamang, kahit ang kanyang ina ay teenager pa lamang, no. So yung nanay talaga yung magdadala ng syempre ng katawan niya. Dapat ingatan talaga yung katawan at palaging kumain ng maayos na pagkain at magpa-check up ng palagi. Okay, lastly, we have here our summary based on the discussion before. So, reproduction involves the ova and the sperm to fuse. So, kanina, discussed, no, that how does the baby form? It is involves the ova and the sperm of the specific person, both male and female. So it is after the sexual intercourse of both male and female that is involved also the ova, which is what we call a female gamete, or called as the egg cell o ova yung tinatawag na egg cell, no, which is sa babae yon. Yung sperm cell naman is yung sa lalaki. So their union can be lead to the creation of new life through pregnancy. So this has explored the process of pregnancy and the changes that happen during pregnancy. We have discussed the various ways kanina, no, to prevent pregnancy so that the growing adolescents would be empowered to choose avert from early pregnancy that can lead to various life-threatening and completion. So it is very important for you guys to watch the full video of this video, because it is very helpful for you, especially for our fellow teenage out there that are experiencing teenage pregnancy. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you everyone for listening. Goodbye.